Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka social welfare Jong Sorkar Meghalaya hagajing trailang bat ka drug reduction elimination and action mission kilapanlong ya kajing ai jing hikai halor kajing ma jong ujing di penbuat udrok halor kapang pulse of the hills every beat against drugs hagani kasni lawan banishim benta da unong aibut Jong Sorkar jela uba po lingdo kumu kongsan bat ujon Abraham kumu sembut kongsan hagajing don lang kinong yelam na ki kenhun ba per ki khna school bat ki wei ki bla shakhot ngobha haba ai jing kren bat jubab ye ki jingkeli na ki bawan banishim benta uba po lingdo bat ujon Abraham ki la banjur ye ki jing don kam jong ki jingkela Lyngba ka kam Ïalehkai ha ka jila ujon Abraham ula ai khublei kerpang ya menteri rangba ka jila ukonrat sangma bat ong ba ukonrat ude wei na ki beriu ki bas ngotanat tam bat penpauru ika jing iet jong u ika shilong bat ika than chatela mingihi paro kawai ula penbenaru baha uni usnem banwan kashlem ai jing hikai kenjat bol jong u onsala ban pendep bat sedang no ban ai jing hikai da kabakin sayo i yo Ronaldo ni Messi ki ban mi nakathan chatela mingi na kaliang uba po lingdo ula penpau baka jela Meghalaya kalaki obha menta ula ongru baka jingdon jing kishlem ai jing hikai kajing shna ya ka wei ki stadium ka bahe du hakari ha shillong batru ki kampen roy ki ba yedei bat ka imlang sa alang batru bat ki samla ban ai ka jingkermen ya ka than baro ka wei
And thank you, Paul, for gracing this occasion. And I'd just like to first thank a few people. I think Conrad's one of the nicest human beings I've met, our Honourable Chief Minister, and thanking his patronage. Saloni, Roger, thank you, all of you, for making this happen. I've got my teammates here, Mandar and Rohit. And to everybody out here, thank you so much for making this special. Kitkubar, fantastic song. I'm sure you wrote the lyrics on this. I don't know where you are right now, but did you write the lyrics? No, but so beautifully written and so beautifully sung. So congratulations, a big hand to Kitkubar. I think you spoke so well, Marvin, and you're a hero. You're the real hero. I'm a real hero, but you're the real hero, and I think you've come back from what we would say is impossible. So congratulations to you, and my love to your mom, your sister, and your wife, and my condolences. And I'm so sorry about your brother, but we're all with you, and your story is so inspiring. And Dapalai, I came to just stand, and I didn't come to dance. I couldn't keep up with you, and your teammates. So congratulations to you, and you're fantastic. Best, and I did my worst, but yeah, thank you so much. But to everybody here and all the students here who I can see, all of you, a big hi to all of you. And to answer your question, my love, ahead when you make money or you become very cautious about your life. I became very cautious about my life, and I said, I should not lose my head whilst all around me are losing theirs. So when I came into the industry, the one thing, another substance or another drug, the biggest drug in our industry is not substance, it's fame. Fame is the biggest drug. And if you get consumed by fame, and if you have an attitude, and if you have an ego, and if you roam around with a bubble that everybody knows me, everybody loves me, and there is no one more important than me, so much so that I can reach an airport and skip every line, or I can show my face and bribe my way into certain functions where I'm not supposed to be there, that's where your problem starts. So I took control of myself from the start. I thank my mother and father. They're my if I had to believe in a God, it would be my father. You know, he gave me the best value systems, and I said, listen, I need to stay away from the indulgence of fame into my system. And I stayed clearly away from that. I don't have a problem with my industry, because I say this on record that my industry has lovely people in it, you know. But the baggage that comes with it, I stayed away from that very consciously. I chose to, and I still choose to, lead a very middle class life in whatever I do. I have not allowed myself to, surround myself with yes men. I have not allowed myself to wear fancy clothes. I have kept myself completely in the zone of being middle class and my values, which is why when you're surrounded, to answer your question, when you're surrounded by alcohol and when you're surrounded by people who consume substances, I choose to stay away because I got scared and I said, I worked so hard to come to where I have. I can't lose all that by just falling over the line. And I stepped on this side, and I've always watched the world from this side. The best example I can give you is I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. That's where most of my industry people come home. So it's a matter of choice. I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. It's their lifestyle. They've chosen that lifestyle. My lifestyle is very different. And I enjoy my space. I like being in an informal space. I like meeting people, you know. I like touch and feel. Like I love to hang out with you guys, chat with you guys in a very informal session and enjoy. And, you know, that's the way I like to lead my life. And it's kept me in a good place. And I'm very happy right now. Football, primarily. I play football in school. I captained my school, then my college. I went on to play first division football in Mumbai. But I could never make it to any place because in my time it was about education and not about sport. Which is why today I've satiated my desire to play sport through my team. And my love for the Northeast has brought me here and to you beautiful people. So, and so on and so forth. Motorcycles has always been a part of my life. I think if I honestly had a wife and a girlfriend, it would be a motorcycle. You know, I love motorcycles and I think they're so beautiful. So I think I can ride better than I can walk. So that's why I love motorcycles. Fitness again, and I say this, if I could stand, it's easier to talk to you guys. You know, fitness again, I've always been, Marvin, you know, fortunately, you know, I grew up in a very protected environment. So I probably had it way easier than you. And that's my easiest crutch. And I grew up with parents that were very protective about me. So I always wanted to be in control of my body and, you know, all the time. So fortunately for me, I've never touched alcohol in my life and, never done any substance in my life. But, saying that, I think it would be, I think the way you fought your battle has taught me a lot. Not just about substance abuse, but how to fight my battles in life. So really, and you spoke so well and you spoke from your heart. I don't know why you needed a paper. You didn't need any paper. You're my hero. So you need nothing. You're fantastic. So fitness, sit down, my love, sit down. Don't worry. So fitness, motorcycles, football, these are all passions that I've converted into, professions. Things that I'd really like to go ahead in life with. I would like to see, you all understand football and I've said this before, I'd love to see a Ronaldo or a Messi from India. And I'd love to see that Ronaldo and Messi happen from the Northeast because we are the hotbed of football in this country, which is why I am here. I come from a city that's very privileged, that's very comfortable, and I was given the option of getting a football team from there, but I chose to come here. I've always been in love with this region, and I really consider myself, when I see when I see stuff about actor, producer, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is I'm one of y'all. and we have a football team together. And I want to bring pride to the region. We won the Durand Cup twice. We have a game tomorrow. We also want to win the ISL. And I've let you down in the past, but hopefully now we've got a fantastic team. We've got some great players. And we really want to bring pride to this entire region and tell the rest of India that, listen, we're here. Don't ignore us. We're cooler than the rest of you. And we're going to do that through football. And our players are shining examples of how you can excel. And the heroes of my team is my CEO, Mandar and Rohit. They really work day in and day out to get the best kids together. We've got a baby league now. We've got an under 13 team, an under 15 team, under 18, a reserve team, and now a first team. So everything centers around my passion, and my passion is doing good for the country, doing great for the region, which is why I'm here with all of you all. And coming to Shillong and coming to this part of India, there's always a sense of pride, and more important, there's always a sense of belonging. And I feel somewhere in my past life, I don't know, I feel I belong here. And I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very honored to be here. So thank you for accepting me and listening to me patiently, and hopefully treating me like one of your own. So thank you.
Somebody like John Abraham. I mean, 10 years back, it would have been difficult for the government of Meghalaya to even try to induce and invite celebrities from the mainland. But here we have somebody who already claims and tells us that he is a Shillongai. And the extra factor is that you have two saints sitting in front of you, John and Paul. If you were to ask me about, and yes, we have Francis also. The Pope. The media don't report that. But 10 years down the line, things should look really bright for Meghalaya. We have somebody like Kito, who has already brought laurels to Meghalaya at an international forum. When we were young, our only venues for music was Dinam Hall, Jayao, State Central Library, that was it. Today, Kit belongs to the second generation of Shillong Chamber Choir, which had a decade back played before President Obama. And the architect of Shillong Chamber Choir, Neil Nongkanri, apart from his various achievements, also taught English students. He taught music to them. A Hasi from Meghalaya, and one of his students was the drummer of a band called Radiohead.
Wow.
How many of you have listened to Radiohead?
Yeah.
Yeah. So their drummer was a student of Neil Nongkanri, a Shillongai.
Wow.
That's the potential of Shillong. You look at sports. John, you're coming up with your football academy, which should be ready in the next 2 years. You look at education. We have toppers who today are bringing laurels to Meghalaya. I'll not take more time, but let me just bring a picture of contrast. Yesterday I was with members of the Manipur community. They have been inundated by problems of insurgency, HIV/AIDS, drug addiction. They are at the forefront of the Golden Triangle. There is political instability, and yet their film industry has gone way ahead of the Hasi film industry. They have produced Mary Kom, they have produced numerous Olympians. What does that have to say? It has to say this. And this is my message to our young people here today, that what matters is, what matter are you made of? Because an iron, when you hit an iron on a piece of glass, the glass would shatter. Hit that same hammer on a piece of iron, it would mold the iron. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
In a space which is so blessed, a slice of paradise. Shillong has been the hub of education for many years, and today, when you look at our proficiency in English, when you look at the number of communities you can interact with, it's a mini world. And we were just talking with John before we stepped into this room, that the AQI of Shillong is something that you get to breathe for free. And if you could see the rising number of tourists coming up to the hills, it's also partly because of the rising temperatures across mainland India. With these opportunities, with an academy of football coming up, with the country's biggest stadium coming up in Shillong, with the corridor that links Silchar, Gauti and Silchar passing via Meghalaya, and with the huge investments that the state government is making in the social sector, and especially in youth-related sector, I can say with confidence that you are poised for a future brighter than the sun. We didn't have the opportunities that you would have today. But when I was at the university at Nehu, in the Department of English, we were ranked one of the top 10 departments in the country. That is something that we have to regain, and therefore I can say with a lot of pride, I'll tell you that when I was sports minister and the winning team was St. Peter's School, I asked each of the cricketers their address. 8 of the entire team were from Dhaka. That's Shillong. So, of course, that's not saying that everything is honky-dory. There's so much more to be done, but I'd like you to be part of the success story. There can never be a government versus you. We all are in this together. Make sure that you are an asset contributing to the growth trajectory of Meghalaya. Thank you.